About 10 years ago, Jesus saved my life. I grew up with a broad knowledge of God, and I knew who he was, but I didn't personally know him. Not until I was around 13 years old, and when I met him, I fell in love. I started to grow in the Lord until towards the end of high school, and I was doing all the Christian things, but I entered a relationship that became my idol, and it took precedence over the Lord. The Bible says that no one can have two masters because he'll love one and hate the other. And that's what had happened to me. It wasn't until I'd reached this place, the relationship that I put all of my hope and trust in failed, that I completely lost all hope, and I entered a really dark place of desperation. I tried to move next door so that I could be glued at their hip, and I ended up getting very taken advantage of. I was convinced that if I stayed long enough and pushed hard enough, then it would all come together. But that's not how it works. When I realized that there was no redeeming this relationship that wasn't from the Lord, I completely fell apart. I became so depressed that I couldn't eat, I couldn't sleep, I couldn't think straight. I felt empty and broken, my heart was shattered. The world had lost its color. And I was still living right next door, sleeping on a mattress pad. So I used to like to go on their roof and look at the stars, and I would worship and pray. But one day I got really angry with God, and I told him, I don't want to talk to you anymore. You've betrayed me. You've let me down. This thing that I was convinced was from you, you've taken from me. So I decided to stop talking to God for 3 days. And 3 days is all that it took for the enemy to completely wreak havoc. So the next time I went on the roof, I heard a voice that wasn't mine, and it said, you know, all of this pain could be over in just an instant. All you have to do is roll off. Realizing suddenly that I had this thought scared me entirely, and I ran off the roof, and I went back to my bed where I'm sleeping on the floor, and I just started crying. I just openly had dialogue with God, and I said, I feel like you've abandoned me. I feel like you've left me in this hopeless hole, and I don't see any way out. I feel so disgusting that I don't even feel like I can come to you. I've been living in sin, but I said, if you want me, then you can come to me and I'm yours. And he heard that, and he instantly filled my heart with peace that I hadn't felt before. I remember the peace and the presence of God taking my heart that felt harder and heavier than 100 pounds and suddenly lifting it. And it broke me, and I knew that he was with me. So I knew I had to leave, but I had nowhere to go. So I started to pack my boxes and just pack in faith. And I told God, in 2 weeks' time, I want to be out of here. I want to get accepted to this Bible school that I really believe is the next step to my new life. And I need somewhere to go. And also there's this mission trip that I would really love to go on, but I don't have the funds for that. I just prayed, God, if there's any way for all of this to come together in the next 2 weeks, please do it. He did it in one. He did it in 1 week. I think it was the next day, somebody knocked on my door while I was praying for everything. And they said, hey, somebody's just anonymously paid for your entire mission trip. So I praised God, and I knew if that happened, then he was going to be faithful for the other things. So then it was a few days later, I got an email saying that I was welcome to go to Bible school. And with that came a letter for student housing. So I picked an email address and I sent it, and I moved all of my boxed up stuff to a new home, started going to this new Bible school where I met my husband. You have no idea what is around the corner. You have no idea what is in store for those who trust in the Lord. Put your faith in God, friends. Trust in God. He is faithful to his promises. He is faithful and just. If he doesn't work the way that we think, then it's probably because that wasn't our table. That wasn't our portion. It's probably because that wasn't his plan. In just an instant, Jesus met me. In just an instant, Jesus filled me. In just an instant, he changed me, and he set me back on the right path. All we have to do is surrender. I now am happily married with 3 children, living across the country from where all of this happened, and I'm in nursing school. So you never know what God has for you. God is already paving your path that you are meant to walk in. Trust in the Lord, follow his leading. God bless you.